Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am here, I am here, I am here. Are you? I am here. I am here, I am here, I am here. Even if you finish, almost finished, just about ready to get in your comfy chair, just about to grab your drink of choice. You're just about like some people say to me, Nikki, I watch you on my TV, on my television. They put me there up on the big screen. I am here. I am here. I am here. Are you? It's Saturday night. It's Saturday night. Unfortunately, we were not here last Saturday because I was experimenting. I got to be very honest with you guys. This is uh, my space, as they call it. This is my space. But this platform here, I'm learning. I'm not that fully into the tech thing. I'm doing my little research, doing my little reading, learning, doing my little thing. So last week, Saturday, I was putting together a special medley that needed some editing and some fixing up. And I was like, so last week when we said we had technical issues, we had technical issues. So I am here. I am here. I am here. Are you? Good evening. It's our drink of choice tonight. I have a little. I'm gonna call this the Phoenix Rush tonight. I made a little concoction, as you call it. Knock it up a little thing, little thing, a little thing, and there, 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 there. Nice light cocktail with sweet, a bit of bitters and all that good stuff. Welcome to Phoenix Free Press. You, my wonderful YouTube followers, those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I think I'm going to say all of the numbers. It's not a single digit. It's not a single digit. If it's not a single digit, we're on the roll. Okay, we're heading somewhere. We started something and we're growing. You got to start from somewhere. Come on. See, you got to start from somewhere. You know, starting from the bottom. Now we're here. We are here. Good evening and welcome to Phoenix Free Press. I am Nikki Phoenix, the one and only. Welcome to our Saturday night sip and chat. We usually have a sip and chat every Saturday from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m., 8 p.m. EST and 12 a.m. midnight. We usually come here, we speak about social issues, we have a laugh and a cup of tea. Sometimes we have a drink, a sip or two, mm, like I'm having now. Let me know your drink of choice. You haven't said. I don't see the comments coming in. I don't see, and I don't know if you're here. Are you here? I am here. Are you here? I also have a glass of water. We're going to need it. Our topic tonight, if you didn't get a chance to see our flyer and you're wondering, Nikki, what is our topic for tonight? Our topic for tonight is um, the news or the session that happened on Sunday. Well, on Sunday, should I get started? No, I should let you guys share the live. I put so much work into planning this particular live tonight to give us all information, raise the level of the conversation, change the narrative, and just bring people together. That's the plan for tonight, with the objective of still asking questions and seeking answers, which is very necessary at all times. So share the lives. Let everyone know. Let everyone know that you're here. And while you do that, let me know. Oh, fever grass and lemon tea, Charlene. Listen, Charlene, there's nothing better than fever grass and lemon tea, the natural way, the real fever grass, not in the tea bag, not, yeah. All right. So, guys, as I give you a chance to get ready, I think I need to turn off that light. It's directly in my eyes. Let's see. 1 second. My YouTube people, you're there. Thank you. Facebook, you're here. Thank you. I need to do this TikTok and Instagram and all this social media thing. I'm getting there, but Yes, I need to do a couple of things, guys. And I have to let you know that I was in between minds of, um, rescheduling tonight's live because I have to keep an extra eye on our little 2-year-old tonight. I said our, but not only to keep an eye on him, but I've been monitoring him. He's had a bit of temperature over the past few days, and I took him to the GP today. So, you know, I know that even the interview that you guys are going to see tonight, there's an interview that I have here that I did today to add to tonight's program. I'm just adding some stuff here. To add to tonight's program, I'm now, getting myself together. So do forgive me for that, but no apology because, mommy work comes first. So, my house, my home, baby duties, mama duties first, then anything else after. So we've been on the little run around today, doing a bit of stuff. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. All right. Buckle in, guys. Is everybody locked in? No, we're not going on an Antiguan Airways flight, okay? I don't even know if it's Airpiece or if it's Liat or whatever it is, but I know that we're going on a connecting flight tonight. We're connecting minds and hearts. And if you agree with me, drop your comments here for sure. But we're connecting minds and hearts in our conversation tonight. Um, it's a conversation that we need to have. The reason why I'm saying that we need to have this conversation is because of what happened last year, 2023, just around this time. It's not ironic, it's just around this time. March 28th, or I think February 28th. I have to check with one of the sisters of one of the deceased, one of our Cameroonian brothers who died in St. Kitts. It's just about a year, that we've had Antigua Airways, and we've had everything with it. Um, Wodemaya is a Ghanaian brother who many people, I guess, in Antigua and in the Caribbean, not everybody knew him or know of him. But I gotta say, know of him. And he's presently doing his journey. He's doing a Africa to the world journey, and he applied for a visa to Antigua. We only found out about this on Sunday when he posted a screenshot of his letter that said that he was rejected or he was denied. His visa was denied. That was posted on Sunday afternoon thereabout, and it blew up. The prime minister responded to it. There's mixed feelings and lots of mixed feelings. When I say there's mixed feelings because um, half of our society believes that his visa should not, well, first of all, no, all of society, the entire nation has this one big question. That's where I should start. That is where I should start. The one big question: why was his visa denied? That's the big question. We still haven't had an answer for that. So we're going to get our program started. I'm going to get back to my notes because we need it. Yes. So we're getting started tonight. Welcome to Phoenix Free Press. And it says, I am yet to have specific information, which is true. So I'm just giving you, a monologue for tonight. I am yet to have specific information tonight to share with you about why Wodemaya, a Ghanaian YouTuber, might have been denied a visa to Antigua and Barbuda. I reached out to the following persons and organizations. And, of course, I like to bring my receipts, guys. So I reached out to Wodemaya himself, like for quite a few days. I've been messaging him, WhatsApp, email, the works. I've been trying to get in contact with him. Yes, I did WhatsApp, I did the email, I did the Facebook Messenger. I still haven't had a response as yet. I also reached out to, I sent an email. I think it was yesterday. I sent an email to the Ministry of Tourism. I sent an email to the Immigration of Antigua and Barbuda. The same email, copying Honorable Max Fernandez, and copy all the members of cabinet, copying everybody. And this email, of course, I'm going to read it tonight because this conversation, it's a national issue and a national conversation. And I find that everything that's happening in Antigua and Barbuda, we only have the conversation and the debate on social media. Like we have this big, intense, high level, intellectual discussion on social media, but that's where it is, and that's where it stays. And when we have to ask questions, we don't get any answers. When we ask questions of the authorities, either we didn't discuss it, we don't get anybody responding to your email or anything. But tonight I want us to have a conversation so that we don't stay in the dark, we don't stay divided, we don't stay with that uneducated mindset of understanding the journey that our brother Wodemaya is on. So even if he doesn't come to Antigua, there's many other places that his feet will take him, to understand that there is a connection that needs to happen between our the bridge between Africa and the Caribbean. We know this. And if we fail to acknowledge this and recognize this, I guess we're not really conscious and free in the month of Black history and understanding yourself and, Mother Earth and the works. You don't understand it, you really don't get it. So tonight, I want you to take a sip and I want you to relax. I want you to have a little notebook and pen because we're going to talk some stuff. We're going to ask some questions and I'm going to share some videos with you. I'm going to show you some stuff. And again, I'm not here to tell you what to think. That's never what this platform is about. This platform is always about teaching you how to think. And how do we want to think? We want to think critically. We want to think, logically. We want to think, clearly. We want to not be looking in colored glasses. We want to not just looking at issues in a political sense. We want to challenge the status quo. We always want to challenge the status quo. And if you're not challenging the status quo, you're not in nothing. I'm just saying, because there's too many sheep around. I wasn't going to say sheeps. Come on. There's too many sheep around. There's wolf in sheep clothing, and there's also sheep in sheep clothing, like sheep in wool. Or is it wool, right? Yeah. It is. So here, I have prepared a couple of questions. I did a very short interview tonight, and I must apologize. The interview that I'm going to show that I did this evening, I'm going to tell you that I actually did this interview at the hospital today. Like I found a nice little corner. My guest understood because we've been trying to reschedule it. Like I mentioned earlier, my son has not been 100%, and mommy comes first. Everything else has to take back burner. But we worked it out. We got a nice interview done. You might hear some talking in the background or something. Give some understanding to that. But we're pushing forward with with the production. That's what I'm trying to say. So the question still is why? Why was Wodemaya visa denied? That's all I'm asking. Why? Why was Wodemaya visa denied? We understand now that we're hearing that, that the Prime Minister said it is going to be waived. Yes, but we got to get to the point of why it was denied. So I still, again, like I said, if you're just joining, I still don't have that answer specifically from an authority like the Ministry of Tourism or Immigration or the Ministry of, or the Cabinet themselves. I do have a response from Cabinet, which I got on Thursday, and I'm gonna, take us through it fully. So I did mention that I did do the emails. So what do I have for you tonight? What do I have laid out tonight? All right. So I have a short interview, like I mentioned, that I was able to do tonight. And this interview that I mentioned is about an individual who did a visa from Ghana to Antigua and Barbuda. So that's going to be interesting for you to hear, what they went through, how they see the process. I'm not going to tell you now if their visa was approved or denied. You need to stay, share the live, be a part of the conversation, be educated, participate. Very important. So I also have for you, like I said, the email that I sent. I want to share that email because I think it's important for you to understand my mindset, to understand Free Press 268. And, it's not just always when I say something or I post something on my page. I don't just post things on my page just to post it. I post it to get engagement. I post to get conversations going. My aim is always to see where your mind is at, where your head is at. Like, what are you thinking? Your level of understanding of situations and how bold you are in speaking out, because many of the individuals that commented on this post that I put the same Sunday, I think it was, I reached out to these individuals saying, can you, come and be on the platform and participate and share your piece, have your say. Crickets. respectfully. It's not everybody wants to be in front of the camera. So you know what I did and what I have for you. What else do I have for you? Drum roll. Tonight, I have some voice notes. You don't need to know who they're from. I know the individuals, but you're going to hear some voice notes with individuals sharing their own thoughts on this visa denial situation with our brother Wodemaya. But tonight we're not focusing too much on that because I'm still trying to get the answer for that. We still don't know the answer for that. But we're going to touch on some other stuff. We're going to go through it. And what else do I have? Let's see. So why was Wodemaya visa denied? Have you researched the name Wodemaya, who he is, since you've heard it in the news? For all the individuals who've been commenting, you're commenting on Facebook, Wodemaya, who is he? He's an artist. Everybody, everybody got to be treated the same way. I'm just repeating the comments. I'm not saying either yay or nay, okay? I'm happy the Prime Minister stepped in. I'm not saying here yay or nay. I'm so serious. I'm not, but laws are laws and rules are rules. I am saying that for sure. So we're having this conversation tonight. So why was Wodemaya visa denied? Wodemaya, who is a YouTube, he has a YouTube following of 1.52 million followers. Now, when I started preparing this presentation for tonight, I thought it was 1.3, and then tonight I went back. It's 1.52, sorry, million followers. And at the moment, he's presently touring the Caribbean. So the Caribbean, as in he's been to Guyana already, he's been to Jamaica, he's been to Trinidad and Tobago, he's been to Saint Martin, and Saint Martin to the French and the English side, I think. And he's just going through the Caribbean. And when you go to his page, if you haven't gone to his Facebook page, and I didn't say go now, do not go to his Facebook page now. You can go afterwards because, we in class. Yes. If you go to his Facebook page, when you do go to his Facebook page, you're going to see something that's outstanding that says Wodemaya is a freelance African vlogger on a mission to change the negative narrative of Africa. How ironic! That's on his page. That's on his page. How ironic and denied. But a year before, months before, we had 900 and something African brothers and sisters coming on Antigua Airways. You take a sip. You heard about Antigua Airways? Take a sip. It's now defunct. If you haven't heard about it, have you? Have you? So, Wodemaya's page. Wodemaya's mission. He's on a mission to change the negative narrative of Africa. And I would want to support that mission. I think every single Black person, every single African brother and sister would want to support that mission. And the funny thing is, whenever you want to sit down and talk about Black and sit down and speak about Africa and speak about consciousness and speak about Rasta and speak about, the liberty, we're still fighting against each other within ourselves, amongst ourselves. We're still, just tearing away at each other, and we're just still doing that. And those of the other race, if I can say it like that, they just stand back and watch because they don't need to do nothing. I don't need to destroy you if you're going to destroy yourself. If you're going to destroy your own race, I don't need to participate. I just need to sit and watch you do it, and watch you do what you do. But this brother is on a mission to change the negative narrative of Africa. Now, if you're listening and joining, leave your comments, and we haven't gotten to the part of the conversation where we're going to discuss if the Prime Minister stepping in, his intervention and the way that he intervened in this situation, if it was actually accurate and correct, and is it acceptable? Did it undermine the integrity and the credibility of immigration? And we're going to talk about that. Even as the Prime Minister, him going to the Facebook page of Wodemaya and commenting and responding. If you've seen the flyer, and if you haven't, I have the flyer on my page, and you've also might have seen other screenshots where you can see what the conversation is. So there's various aspects of our conversation tonight, but nobody is on trial tonight. Nobody's on trial tonight. I'm not on trial, certainly, and nobody is not on trial tonight. Never on this platform. And if anybody ever feels that way, we definitely have to work hard to change that narrative. And I will continue to work hard to change that narrative. But I want to sit down and have a conversation with everybody. I want to talk to everybody. That's the only way we're going to get information. I want to have a conversation with everybody. I want us to talk about stuff. So I reached out to individuals, many individuals, and I said to them, even if you can't come on the platform tonight, send me a WhatsApp. Let me know your thoughts on the issue. And I have WhatsApps we're going to play in a minute. So the questions regarding this visa denial that we still don't know why was the visa denied. Did the immigration official of Antigua and Barbuda conduct its due diligence in or to its fullest? We have to ask that question. Did the immigration official of Antigua and Barbuda conduct its due diligence to the fullest? Because in this research here, you're seeing the numbers, you're seeing the information, well, you're hearing the information, and you can definitely check them for yourself. So let's get into the clip of asking the questions, and let's get some conversations going here. More conversations. Yeah. My second question, you can answer both together, is regarding Wodemaya, the vlogger, the YouTube Ghanaian vlogger. His visa was denied. He posted a picture on Sunday. Prime Minister Gaston Browne intervened on Facebook and mentioned that his visa would be waived. Did the cabinet find out, and can you report to the public why was his visa denied?
That issue did not arise at the cabinet level yesterday, and therefore I cannot proffer an answer as a consequence of what cabinet may or may not have decided. But in this case, there was no decision rendered by the cabinet. And
All right, let me play that for you again. Let me play that for you again. But Ray, is it Jay? Sorry, I thought it was Ray, but Jay. Let me play it for you again, and let's get this conversation going. And I'm going to respond to the comments. I'm going to respond to the comments so we can have a conversation. That's the idea. All ideas content. Now, first of all, I see you saying here that you're a fellow media personality. Big ups to you. This is J.R. Fuller, and that I'm sounding more moody. I'm sounding more Wodemaya-ish. My brother, I'm sounding more Antiguan-ish. Because again, my objective at the end of this discussion, the main objective, the whole center of all of this is Antigua and Barbuda, and Antigua and Barbuda's tourism. And tourism is our main industry. Tourism is what this brother is about too. So tourism is our main industry. So we have to address all aspects of it. So we'll get to that point. So let me play them again for you. Let me play this one again for you. My second question, you can answer both together, is regarding Wodemaya, the vlogger, the YouTube Ghanaian vlogger. His visa was denied. He posted a picture on Sunday. Prime Minister Gaston Browne intervened on Facebook and mentioned that his visa would be waived. Did the cabinet find out, and can you report to the public why was his visa denied?
That issue did not arise at the cabinet level yesterday, and therefore I cannot proffer an answer as a consequence of what cabinet may or may not have decided. But in this case, there was no decision rendered by the cabinet. And
All right, so Max Hurst, Ambassador Max Hurst, on Thursday when I asked the question, why was the visa denied? He said that there was no decision, there was no discussion. You heard it there for yourself. And, I have the clip on the Free Press 268 page. Now, we didn't hear anything afterwards, even in asking the question. So I sent an email to ask why was his visa denied, and I can let you know, of course, for accuracy and accurate reporting, I'll let you know all the individuals who I actually copied the email to. But let me look for the email. But maybe it's not necessary. If you need to know, I'll let you know. But let me just get the email for you. All right. So I have it as Dear Immigration and Tourism Authorities. Nikki Phoenix is a journalist and radio TV talk show host and the founder of Free Press 268, an independent platform that aims to foster informative, fair, and open-minded discussions on national issues. Nikki is also the host of Phoenix Free Press, a live discussion program broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. EST, 12 midnight. The program features a unique Saturday night sip and chat atmosphere that encourages a relaxed and engaging dialogue. This Saturday, February 24th, 2024, Phoenix Free Press will be focusing on the recent visa denial of Ghanaian YouTube vlogger Wodemaya. Our discussion will delve into the intricacies surrounding this issue, exploring questions such as why was Wodemaya's visa initially denied by immigration authorities? So, guys, I'm asking the questions. You want to know, and I want to know. And every time you want to know and we want to know, I go find out, try to find out to know. So, we didn't get anything at the post cabinet press briefing on Thursday. I'm working here. So, we're sending an email now. This is the email that we sent. So, with the questions we sent, we'll be talking on the platform here too tonight. In this email, it says, why was Wodemaya's visa initially denied by immigration authorities? Did Prime Minister Gaston Browne undermine the authority and credibility of Antigua's immigration system? Was Prime Minister Gaston Browne's intervention an act of damage control in light of the Antigua Airways scandal? And the last question I have, was it an act of pragmatism and opportunity to boost tourism? And then I said, during post cabinet press briefing, I mentioned that I didn't get it. I mentioned Wodemaya's rejection letter. I spoke about balance and fair journalism. I even mentioned here, I want to read this part here. I said here, in our pursuit of balanced journalism, Free Press 268 is seeking an official response or a statement from the relevant authorities at the Immigration and our Tourism Department. We believe that your insights and perspective will contribute significantly to a fair and well-rounded discussion on this matter. This discussion that we're having here. I said, we extend an open invitation for any representative from the Immigration Department and Tourism Department to join our discussion tomorrow night, which is tonight. I mentioned the time. I said I can do a pre recorded if they're interested. I said, understanding the sensitivity and complexity of this issue, particularly its potential impact on our tourism industry, is vital. So I'm asking for the participation. I give them emails, two email addresses, telephone numbers, etc., etc., etc. Before I continue, should I go to the comments? Let me check the comments. Let me see, guys. Comments time. Well, yes, ask if he met the basic qualifications. Just ask why his visa was denied. So let's hit some This is a personal inside joke, a personal inside joke that I take quite honor. I'm quite honored, in the dance. Anyway, compose yourself. All right. So, J.R. Fuller, you're saying a visa is denied based on you able to provide the requisite information to satisfy a consulate. Why, when U.S. Embassy denies visa, there's no big whoopala. However, what is so significant about Mr. Wodemaya? All right. Having millions of followers doesn't mean you're qualified. Nikki, so what you're saying, because he's on a mission that qualifies him. Nope. And again, this is why we're having a conversation. There are many layers to this. There are many layers. But then what is the overall picture? What's the bigger picture? That's the word. What is the bigger picture in this whole thing? Yeah, the prime minister should not have intervened, but we can't tell him what to do. I can't tell the prime minister what to do. You can't tell the prime minister what to do. We can say according to the laws and the expectations of Antigua and Barbuda laws and leadership and running the government. But the prime minister intervened. He intervened how he intervened. The immigration department denied it. But what is the bigger picture? Like in all of this, is this what? All right. Let me stick to the comments before. Hold on. Let me stick to the comments. Yeah. And I'm not saying because he has millions of followers, he should be qualified. You have to, of course, qualify all the basic requirements when you're applying for anything. Whether you're applying for a job or you're applying for, even if you're applying for your internet, if there are basic requirements that you have to follow them. So we're not saying that he should bypass them. I am not saying he should bypass them. I'm certainly not saying that he's supposed to be excluded from them because his name is Wodemaya. I'm not saying that. My bigger picture is Antigua and Barbuda's tourism. That's my bigger picture. That's my focus. So my conversation will always be, or my comments will always be in the direction to that, in connection to that. And that's my bigger picture. Somebody else bigger picture is going to be the prime minister and his attitude and how he gets himself involved and how he gets himself involved in everything. That's going to be their bigger picture. So their comment is going to suit for that. Don't you say? And you should. And Charlene is right, because Charlene is saying you couldn't meet all the necessary visa criteria and still get denied. When is Wodemaya traveling to Antigua? Nicole, if I can just get somebody to answer questions and answer me, even if they sent us an email or something, we could have some answers. But to see that this can be such a topic that all of social media is talking, every single news agency, radio, this individual is so big, and there's such silence, and it is just like not a peep, like beep, nothing. All right. So let's hear a little bit about visa criteria, because this interview that I did today, that I mentioned to you guys, I did an interview today, and I'm going to mention again, there might be a little bit the noise in the background. Do forgive me. There might be a little bit of pausing and so on. No, Jay. Oh my gosh, no, no. So even if something is suspicious about Wodemaya because he brings a flare of followers that should get us all in a frenzy, no. And who said that? Who said that? So we don't even know if they have decided to look over Wodemaya's visa paperwork again. Well, there's a comment where the prime minister said that he was asked to reapply. There is a comment there where the prime minister had said that too. Yeah. Topaz in the house. Topaz says, does the immigration department has a criteria on getting a visa, and is it public so people can be aware? You see, I tell you guys, I got you guys. You know what I did? Something must be off, and I agree. I agree, Jay, and I got you guys. You know why I say I got you guys? I went and I got myself. I said, fine. Couldn't get rid of Maya to talk because I did say I emailed him, and all these people have been emailing. I didn't get any response from the tourism, and guys, to be fair to, let me just say again, it's always cutting it down the middle. To be fair to them, I sent that email yesterday because I didn't get the response on Thursday. This issue happened on Sunday. Between Sunday and Thursday, I didn't think of sending an email because I'm saying to myself, it's in the media, they have their PR people, they're going to address it. I waited, we didn't hear anything. Then I went to Thursday, then there was no answer, then I sent the email. So to be fair, and I'm still going to follow up on the email because we still need to know. We still need to know. All right. But let me play this interview for you. What I did, I went and I got a guy who's going to talk to us tonight. He did a visa from Ghana to Antigua just November. Just November. He did a visa from Antigua, a visa to come from Ghana to Antigua. He just did a visa. And also, he's an artist, as in he travels a lot. So he's quite familiar with the visa process and so on. Well, with this one, because he had to go through it. So you guys will get to hear this one. Let me bring this one up for you. Good. And wait, guys, I gotta tell you guys again, I did this. Well, I'll tell you after, but yes, we did this today in a very tight situation, but we did it. We can do anything. Go, girl. Hey, thank you for taking the time uh, good afternoon, Annie. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me here on Phoenix Free Press for a quick chat with regards to visa denial. Well, your visa was approved. You're from Ghana. I want us to have this conversation so we can add to our interview this evening for the Wodemaya visa denial topic that I mentioned to you. Before we get started, I'd want you to introduce yourself to our audience, speak a little bit about yourself, and then we'll talk about your process of having to apply for a visa from Ghana to Antigua and how everything played out.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Nikki. And yeah, I'm so blessed to have you as well on this program.
Thank you.
Chatting to ourselves. I'm really because it's a long time coming. But the toughest people will continue to go on and move on, and not tough times. So I really appreciate you for having me on the program. My name is Eni Okosu. I'm a gospelational, both gospel and inspirational artist. At the same time, I'm a structural engineer. I'm into real estate and I supervise, engineering infrastructures and buildings. So, yeah, I worked in Dubai for 8 years before I got this job in Ghana to supervise a multi, project that we have here. And so I had a lot of friends all over the world. I just came back from US, to receive an award. Then I have another show in Antigua with my, with my boss, Apostle Stancho.
Yes.
She's a good friend of mine. We've been together, online. We've not even seen ourselves, So we've been together online, supporting ourselves, supporting each other, and it's been stronger and stronger and stronger every year. So I deem it fit to really, visit him, her, to support her as well, in shows and events. So I decided to apply for the visa. And to be sincere, maybe because it's just my luck, I didn't get denied because there's so much. I mean, there's so many checklists that I need to, you know, um, just go with. So as I did that, I got my visa, but the whole process was cool because they were like, they within time, within just within a twinkle of an eye, they would just respond back to you. It was really cool. I love that. But the only thing that pissed me off is just what if something happened medically and you were unable to go as at a set time, as at a set date, you know, that has been given because in work minimum week, minimum 6 months, but you know, able to factor that at least we should use it all over again to actually, visit where we're going, even if we didn't actually meet up in the first place. So that's the only areas that I would like them to, look at as well. That at least we should be having maybe like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days validity, for
Okay.
this. That because of some circumstances, you are not able to go at that set time, and that's kind of because I actually emailed them, but I got no response. That to actually to know what's the validity of this visa. That I had some unforeseen circumstances that I need to attend to that I couldn't make it. So, so,
Yes.
so that's what I really don't like about it. And
So just to ask a question, when did you apply for your visa from Ghana to Antigua and Barbuda?
yeah, I was around November, like ending of October 27, 28, like that, before November 1st.
As
So
in 2023, just last year?
just last 3 months, yeah, ago.
Okay. Are you okay with telling us the cost that you paid and the length of time that you were given?
Yeah, I paid $100, and I don't think they put their validity. I don't think, or maybe they just said a clause that if you don't use it at a set time, then I don't know. But I didn't see anything as per. Maybe I've not read it through. I just saw your visa is approved. I didn't read it, but there was no place to showcase that the validity is, maybe it's 30 days, 90 days, 60 days. There
Yes.
wasn't there because I
Okay.
wrote them back and there was no reply.
Okay, you mentioned when you were speaking with regards to the checks and balances, and you are a world traveler. For our audience to know that you're in Dubai, you're in the US, you're all over, so you're quite familiar with having to apply for visas. Have you ever been denied for a visa? That's my first question. And the second question is, the checks and balances you're talking about. Can you make a comparison with the checks and balances for Antigua and Barbuda visa from Ghana to Antigua, and maybe a visa to Dubai? Because I think Ghana would need a visa to Dubai and to the US, of course.
Yeah. The first one, when I was in Dubai, maybe because I didn't know. I went through the VFS. I didn't know what happened, but I applied to Belgium, and it took so many time. I don't know what happened. Maybe because of my name or because of my documentation. Because when your name doesn't tally, with the passport or your, because I'm Enio Custom, and somebody invited me to come and get award, and in the invitation letter they put Enio Custom, but in my passport was like James Custom, so it doesn't rhyme. So maybe that was what got it delayed, and it was 3 months, something that's supposed to be 2 weeks. So I had to write to them that, please, if you're not giving me the visa, let me just have my passport because of trouble. So they eventually gave me my passport without the visa. So, but I'm actually applying for Belgium because I need to shoot another video. The interview is going to be next week. So hopefully they will give me, because I've been to Germany because they are same European tour. So I've been to Germany. I've never been denied. Uh, Germany gave us, I think, about 3 weeks. After you apply for the visa, and US as well, because I learned my lessons from the documentation stuff. So US as well gave me the visa, but this one's for 5 years. So I had no problems with the visa of the United States for 5 years, the Germany for 3 weeks, which has elapsed. I had no problem with that. So comparing them, it's almost, apart from the US that gave 5 years, the Antigua and the European, they almost maybe, even with the Dubai has varieties. Dubai has 30 days, 90 days, and maybe 2 years. So depending on which one you want to do, they have the category and they have the money that you need to pay. They're not the same fee. So maybe they can also put up that and say, okay, you need 1 year, if you need 6 months, then we cannot pay for it.
Yes.
So that's the comparison I had to make on that. That
So
so
do you think that to get the visa for Antigua and Barbuda, checks and balances, was it more tedious? Were they asking for more comparison to Dubai or the US?
yeah. Because when I got to a point that you were asking me to get a police report, and you are not at your residence, your country of residence, it's going to be a very tough thing to be calling down the country of your origin to help you to get a police report. It's going to be tedious because US never asked me that. US never asked me of anything police report and all. So I was able to, I was lucky.
All right, guys. So just here, my phone was ringing off the hook, and the internet was freezing up. So I'm just gonna skip a little bit to get to a better part because I didn't have a chance to edit or anything. Like I said, I got this interview done today, at the hospital while I'm there at the hospital. Because I had to reschedule, and yeah, bear with me, bear with the girl.
Stuff, and that was how I was, once you're walking in.
Yes, my whole thing froze because somebody called my balances and they were asking more, requiring more.
Okay, so for the checks and balances, like I said, the Antigua, what is so like, was too much when they began to ask for police report from your country of origin where you are not residing. If I'm residing where I'm applying, that's fine. But I'm in Ghana, and you ask me to go and get police report from Nigeria. So it's going to be a tedious thing. You have to be calling and calling and calling. You have to pay extra. So it's going to be hectic for us, which US did not ask me to go to my country of origin to get a police report for tourists. For a
Yes.
tourist. So Germany did not ask me to go and get a police report for a tourist. So for a tourist, they should make it very easy for us to come in 2 days, to come in 5 days, to come in 1 month, and go back 2 weeks. So they should make it easy for us. Whatever documentation that we need to do, if you're working, fine, show your, your offer letter, show the letter from your HR, and all those things are okay to show. So your resident where you're okay. That's really okay. That's okay. You're
Yes.
working. You just want to go on tourist and come. But the
Yes.
issue of the police report should be removed
What
for
what are
me.
your thoughts? What are your thoughts on your views on artists and influencers and vloggers applying to different countries and their visas being denied? Because Wodemaya is not the only vlogger influencer whose visa has been denied. There have been many artists whose visas have been denied, and there's also just to make it a bit more personal to Antigua and Barbuda, there's an influencer who went to Bali, I think, and his visa was denied. So, what are your thoughts on visas being denied for individuals like these?
Yeah, I don't think they have any negative thing towards anybody. I believe because I applied for UK, they denied me. And one thing I do is just to come back to the table and look at what I have presented. They don't hate anybody. Just make sure your documentation is intact. Just follow the. Make sure you fulfill all the things on the list. I don't think they will deny you or just if your paperwork are okay, they will give you if you have the reason. Because attending interview and Antigua, you don't need to attend even interview. It's an online just like Dubai. All right. So I believe maybe his documentation is faulty somehow, or maybe they've had enough for that year. I don't know. But once your document, because mine was just a miracle. It was just like that. I even thought it's gonna be like 1 month. I mean 1 week or 14 days. It was just intact. The day I submitted all, they will send me an email that no, you still need to put this. Then I'll put it. They will say no, remain one. I'll put it. By the time I completed everything, they just gave it to me. Okay.
Yes.
So I believe maybe he should look at what he has submitted. Maybe he can try again. Maybe luck. I don't know, but it's
I
just about document.
appreciate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Is
hear you.
the internet? I do apologize for our audience tonight, definitely, but I have to let them know I'm so committed to this work. I'm at the hospital with our son, and I'm sneaking a 15-minute interview in. I really, really want to thank you for taking this time. I know you yourself, too, you're, healing for your own self and everything that you're doing. You're being busy, everything that you're doing, and I want to thank you for the time. I want to thank you for the work that you're doing, too. I want to say blessings to you for sure. And with you wrapping up and your closing comments, I want you to tell us a little bit about Accra, Ghana, because I don't think people know about Ghana. Like, I want to go to Accra, Ghana. Okay, I see like Emmy. Come on, come on. Let's. All right. Before Jay say, I'm leaning more towards Woody Maya-ish. So, what do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? I was quite appreciative of having an insight, a bit more insight of the process and having this conversation instead of us just having a blind conversation and making assumptions. Just talking to somebody who actually, went through the process not more than 3 months ago, applying for a visa from Ghana to Antigua and Barbuda, and they was approved. That individual was approved. So I'm going to continue to stay asking the questions. I'm still going to follow up and ask, why he was denied, see how we can get some answers there. you know um I'm still gonna try and reach out to him. See if anybody else want to help me too to try and get to him, because Wodemaya, him I'm talking about. I sent WhatsApp messages, I sent Facebook, I did the whole works. I did the work. I did the work. All right. Let's get some voice notes in now. Let's get some personal voices in. And guys, I have to let you know that as soon as we get all our content in, as soon as we get the knowledge in tonight, we're wrapping up. All right? Because I is tired. I is very tired. No, I'm tired. I'm tired. So you two people, I know you got me with Ravi, and you got me. You got me. You're there. Yes, but we got some information here. We're gonna share some information, share some knowledge with some other voices, because your voice matters. Every time I come onto this platform, I don't want it to be just about Nikki and Nikki's talking, Nikki saying, "Oh yes, you should." No, yes, no. So it's very important to get the unique voices, get everybody to participate, your engagement, your participation, hearing your thoughts and views. You don't have to agree with me, and we can agree to disagree. That's the idea of us being able to be individuals. That's what it's called, an individual, in of your own self, your own inner thoughts, your own ideas, and not just regurgitating stuff that other people say, or saying stuff that you think I want to hear. So um, who do we got coming up? I'm checking my list to see. All right, let's go. They usually say ladies before gents, but I'm gonna go with a gents first. I'm gonna go with a gent. Where's that gentleman? I'm going with a gent voice first. Yeah. So these voice notes, again, their own views regarding this Wodemaya visa denial, and of course the Prime Minister stepping in.
Ricky, I think that our immigration department is quite competent, and if they denied the entry of this YouTuber, there had to be a reason that they did it. I don't think that they just randomly did it or they did it out of spite. I think that they did it because there was a reason to do it, and so I have no problem with that happening. I think it's crazy that the PM would have stepped in and used his authority to undermine the authority of the immigration department. That is what I think is crazy in this whole thing. Yes, the guy can bring, I guess, a lot of attention to Antigua and Barbuda and that kind of thing, and I see nothing wrong with him coming, but there had to be a reason why he was denied. And then when you also think about what happened with the African migrants coming here when the government promised us that it would be wealthy investors, and it turned out to be people who were just using Antigua as a stepping stone, really, to go to other places. You can understand why the immigration people would have been kind of, kind of skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the reason was. None of us know what the reason was, but it had to have been a reason. Does the immigration department just deny people entry all willy nilly? I doubt it.
All right. Let's go with a lady. Let me bring you up a lady now. What do you guys think of that? What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Come on. Engagement, engagement. Wake me up so I don't sleep now. Come on. Participate. Guys, even on YouTube. Are you commenting on YouTube? I'm about to check to see. YouTube, I'm about to check to see if you're commenting too. You're participating? You here? Are you here? All right. Let's go to the next one. Next one.
So I feel that the Prime Minister, Gaston Browne, did undermine the authority and the credibility of the Immigration Department by intervening in Wodemaya's visa application as an act of damage control. I feel that he should have left that for the Immigration Department to go through the proper checks and balances that they usually would do with any other person that's applying for a visa to Antigua and Barbuda. I feel that although Wodemaya is a very well-known social media vlogger and influencer, he should be treated just like any other person who's applying for a visa. However, I do feel it would be great exposure for Antigua and Barbuda if Wodemaya's visa was approved through the proper channels properly.
All right. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? This is it. This is it, Nicole. And this ties into why was the visa denied? Why was the visa denied? So understanding why the visa was denied is the key thing. And then the reversing of this decision just, yeah. But the bigger picture is Antigua Barbuda. The bigger picture is Antigua Barbuda. The bigger picture, can I say it again? What's the bigger picture? Antigua and Barbuda. Gosh, I think this light is too bright in my eyes, guys. Let's try it again. But you can't see me enough, huh? Oh my gosh, it's so bright. It's too bright. That's my son. He says that. And she says, oh, it's too hard. It's not work. I was like, stop saying that. And it's just two. But yes, staying on course. We have another sister. We're gonna hear her views, because she's detailing her points here on this. Take a sip, guys, and let's do this together. And that is the bigger picture too. That's certainly the bigger picture, Jay. I can't even say anything else otherwise. I can't dispute what you're saying. I just can't. I can't. Yeah. Well, you see, this is where we get to the meat of my post that nobody ever asked about and everybody jumped to conclusion. Now that is the meat. Remind me to come back to that part. You hear that about fence of my comment, eh? All right, try again. I know, right? Reapply. All right, here are these comments here. But send the comments, guys. You guys are waking me up. Send the comments. Good comments. And I have to address that. Remind me.
Yeah, as I, learned of this situation with Wodemaya out of Africa being denied a visa into Antigua, it was very alarming. I was a bit taken aback by it. Having had prior knowledge of who he is and the work that he does, and the impact that he has been making, throughout the world, and to see that, hey, he's trying to come here, in Antigua, to do the same thing, to shed some light, give us a plug, just highlight, the great things that we have here in Antigua, and knowing that he has, major influence and all those different things, I said, wow, this is why quite unfortunate situation. Right, that's one side of it. In terms of thinking about the benefit from a tourism aspect. So I say, wow, that's a real downside, a major blow, right? Then I'm looking at the other side of things, where the prime minister decided to intervene or to respond to his post on Facebook. And I was just thinking to myself, wow, someone with the weight of such an office, taking the time to respond on social media with such a very, important type of matter that is basically supposed to be in the hands of the immigration, more or less the immigration authorities, and to make such public statements or to even imply that a regulation will be waived, and this is when we're talking about something being waived, it's like, wow, this does not apply to you, but we'll apply it to everybody else, but we'll disregard our law for you. So then you ask yourself, on what grounds? You understand? On what grounds is this being done? It's one thing, to tell a person, well, hey, if you reapply, then we can look at it one more time. You understand what I'm saying? Having, learned a bit about the person's background or whatever, in terms of who they are, what they can do, whatever, but we'll take a look at it again, right? So reapply. But then when you're just gonna make a policy decision on social media, knowing the office that such a person holds, it's to me, it's a bit out of pocket, it's a bit out of order, and I think you should should be something that should be handled, in a much more proper manner, in a sense. Even if he got wind of it or learned of it, permit the authorities, to deal with the matter, and even point, have someone from his office or whoever point the young man in whatever direction, but not on social media. This grandiose, how are you gonna do away with the law kind of thing, but I understand, to be fair, he saw it as in good faith. She said, well, hey, I will, look into this and, sway them or convince them or whatever, transpired, have them look at the decision and, hey, say, hey, let's see what we can do to assist this young man. Now, there are a lot of other people out there who are applying for visas, who want to come to Antigua. You understand? From not just from Africa, but from other places where visas may be required. And they may look at this situation, they look at this situation and say, well, now, I want to come to Antigua and do business. I want to come to Antigua and go to school. I want to come to Antigua for a vacation. So many varying reasons, will I have this waived? You understand? Can I say that because I have this following or that following, or is that how it's measured? Because
Sorry, guys, I pressed something on my phone. She's right here. She's giving. She's dropping the gems.
Measured because a person has a big following, they automatically.
I'm doing something.
Has a big following, they automatically get a visa waiver. Well, that's the requirement. You understand what I'm saying? So it will leave a little bit of sweet taste, depending on what side of the spectrum that you may look at this issue, right? So I'm saying how it was handled by the Prime Minister, it could have been dealt with a little differently. Instead of this public responding, like that with a policy decision, as I'm saying, and permit the authorities, to do it, to handle it, whatever the case may be. All right. And so that's one end. And then, we always have to think about how, not just the optics or how it's going to look, but just think about what is right and fair in that situation for all across the board. So if we're going to be waiving something for one person, let's waive it for everybody. Let's do it away then. Let's not have a visa requirement if that's what they're saying or would want to revisit, but we still have to look also as to why he was denied. There may have been some reason, some technical reason, something, maybe certain details or whatever may not have, been as clear or whatever, maybe some of the requirements, were not adequately met. We don't know what those reasons are. So we also have to look at it from that standpoint and say, hey, they're just doing their jobs, regardless, because in all reality, when you have a position of authority, you should always do things being impartial. You will never show partiality. All right. So I pray. I can only hope and pray. In the spirit of sound judgment, that's what they were actually administering, and it was not really based on any form of bias or preconceived notion, all right, or any kind of angst about previous incidents and things. I think the statement too that the Prime Minister made in terms of knee-jerking reaction, that did not sit well and should not sit well with anybody when it comes to an institution like that, because nobody in that capacity should be making knee-jerk reactions. Everything should be done and properly weighed and measured with proper investigation, proper vetting, and so on of people's information and documents and things that they require for such processing, and they make their best judgment. But knee-jerking is not going to work. That's not gonna fly. And that, for me alone, look, if I were him, I would delete that message. To be quite honest, knee jerk, really, So, there's so many different things that are rising even just from that simple incident, and it really sheds a light on a lot of things, not just here in Antigua, but across the board around the world, as to how people deal with things. I think, as the word says, the Bible, talks about exercising discretion, wisdom being the principal thing. It's so important. Discretion, is always something that we should choose to administer, choose to help us decide what is the best way forward. And you have to look at all angles of a situation, and then, we do what's best for everyone going forward. So I pray that in light of this particular situation, that we can address, even more, um, heavier matters concerning our nation's, immigration laws, and look at all the areas where there is unfairness. You know what I mean? And let's try to fight for change. Not try to fight for change,
I
but let
shouldn't
us
cover this
fight
one.
and demand the change
Yes.
that we would love to see. So we have a more better functioning, institution here in Antigua, where people are welcomed and are treated with the best of hospitality, because that's what we're known as, right? Hospitality is not just giving you good food and nice drinks, you get me, and a nice good time, but administering our immigration laws with discretion. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents and weigh in on this. All right, so I'll listen out for the rest.
Thank you. Okay. And I shouldn't have been laughing. You see, that's why I turn off the comments sometimes, because y'all don't behave sometimes. Okay. Y'all don't behave. And that's a good thing. I don't want you well behaved. That's boring. I don't want you well behaved. Who wants to be well behaved? Not in that sense, okay? We have issue with our youth and the young people right now, but you know what I mean, as adults, okay? But you have to admit those were all gems. All gems. That was like a nice compact and listen, I have to say, when she sent me the voice note, when she sent the voice note, she said, hope I wasn't too long. I was so busy, I didn't get a chance to respond and said, of course not. I love you, girl. And I know she might be watching, or she'll watch it after. Oh my, I needed that little love. All right. But every single point that she touched on, every single point that she touched on, it was a compact summary of every single angle. So it's not just one issue. It's not just this or that. It's complex, and it's very sensitive. It's a very 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 sensitive um, issue, and I'm happy that we're able to have this conversation. I'm certainly happy to that we're able to have this conversation. So I just want to see what else I have on the agenda for you guys tonight. All right, we're gonna wrap up. Are we going to wrap up? What time is it? No, but guys, have you been watching any of Wodemaya's videos? Have you watched anything about Wodemaya? Have you watched any of his videos? I know that you guys, we're talking about that, but I want to, talk a little bit about the brother. Have you watched any of the brother's videos? Because for Black History Month, I found a video, excuse me, as I was doing my research, I found one of his videos and I said, excuse me, this is the video I want to share tonight on the platform with everyone. So you've never seen any of his videos, Charlene, this is the place. You know what? I even have information on the brother, our brother. He's our brother. Come on. He's a brother. I have information in the brother that, you should know. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. And then I'm going to play you this video. This video I'm going to play with you, though. This one is like 4 years old. There's videos with him just like 3 days ago. I'm going to show you that one. There's videos with him with Prime Minister Mia Mottley, President Ifrin Ali of Guyana, and of course Mia Mottley of Barbados. He's been to Jamaica, St. Kitts, no, not St. Kitts, Trinidad and Tobago, etc. So I'm going to give you some facts about this young man. When we say, so who is Wodemaya? So in my research, of course, I have to go do the research. And I think for documentation purposes, should we read what the Prime Minister said? I think we should. The Prime Minister said, he said, will inquire and resolve as appropriate. Possibly a knee-jerk reaction from that hundreds of African conflict migrants that entered our shores just over a year ago and subsequently smuggled out of our country. And then in that response to, he says, Prime Minister says here, the immigration officials have asked that he reapplies for the visa. That's a comment there from the Prime Minister. And also we have agreed to waive the visa requirement. Now, James, I got to leave that one for last, I got to leave that question that you have here, which is actually not true, but it's just misinterpretation of the picture itself, but yes, and he's still doing it. Okay, so just to give you a little bit about him, just so you know, which I was very impressed a bit too when I not a bit, but I was impressed to know what's going on. So this video, I'm gonna say, it says here, this one is from 2020. This article I'm going to read to you here. And it says, meet the Ghanaian YouTuber who quit his aeronautical engineering job to tell the African story. You heard that, right? It says for 6 years that Wodemaya lived in China, his worst moment of anti-Black discrimination was when he set out looking for a job and was denied just because he was Black. Hey, we are looking for a Black man who looks like Obama, but you don't look like Obama, he was told. These disparaging comments, coupled with incidents of discrimination against him in public buses and trains, compelled him to start a YouTube channel to share his experiences as a Black man living in China. In one of his first videos, Wodemaya, then a BLCU student in China, is seen in a bus with the seat beside him remaining empty throughout the journey as scores of Chinese passengers decided to stand instead of getting closer to him. That video immediately went viral, and today Wodemaya, who quit his job as an aeronautical engineer, is traveling around Africa as one of Ghana's top YouTubers, telling the African story with a wide collection of engaging videos that are changing the narrative about the continent. With over 550,000 subscribers, well, this was in 2020. His followers or subscribers now is 1.52 million. So this was in 2020. This article. So the Ghanaian YouTuber has so far been to, it says 17 African countries, but all those numbers have increased at the moment. He's married to a Kenyan YouTuber, and her name is Miss Trudy. He's also involved in activities such as donating money to transform a dump site into a park and supporting the education of 100 children in Ghana. And these things can be found on Google, Wikipedia. Now, I have a video that I want you to watch. Now, this is the video that he did 4 years ago. It's an old video. He doesn't look exactly like this now. But I'll show you a more recent video also. But I watched this video and I said, I want us to take away a lot of things from this video tonight. And when I say I want you to take away a lot of things from it, I'm not going to give you much more. I'm just going to let you watch it.
Can do videos like this. Good morning to each and everyone out there. It's your boy Mr. Ghana baby right here.
1 second. I had something covering the beginning of the video which I need you to see. So sorry, let me go again.
21st century, people can do videos like this. Good morning to each and everyone out there. It's your boy Mr. Ghana baby right here in South Africa. I mean, like, I'm doing Africa to the world, trying to promote Africa in a positive light. I know this video has nothing to do with Africa to the world, but if you used to watch my old videos back in the days in China, these are the kind of videos that I do. That is bridging the relationship between Africa and China. So when anything comes up, I have to talk about it. Like, I've been trying my best to stay away from this content, like talking about China, Africa, because I feel like when you talk about this issue, Africa is not ready to bring measures to control or bring measures to resolve this kind of issues that is happening in Africa. When you are living in a continent where the leaders or people in power don't care about its people, people always try and take advantage of you. I've been saying this over and over again. Like, people in power don't care about its people in Africa. I'm so mad. Very mad. If you're watching this video, what I'm about to share, make sure you share it for me so that people will know what is really happening. I did a video in China saying that when Chinese people come to Africa, most of them don't respect the rules and regulations because our people are always ready to take bribes so that they feel like, oh yeah, when they do this, definitely they will pay their way out. That's why things like this keep on happening in Africa. It's so sad, man. I feel mad and sad at the same time. What happened? You know, let me start with this. Like, not long ago, people were sending me videos from China. Actually, it's my own video that they use a voiceover to say that Ghana is a poor place to be. Ghana is a shrinking country that you just don't have to go there. And they were using my videos, the video that I did in my father's cocoa farm, and then they took the voice down and then added their own voice that people in Ghana don't even have water to drink. I know I decided to let it pass by because I don't want to talk about this issue. Most Chinese people are angry because of coronavirus, the way the world doesn't want them to go to their various countries. They are angry because people don't want to see them in their country because of coronavirus. Some of them are saying that don't use coronavirus to be racist to us, but you know, some of you are so racist, man. Very racist, ignorant at the same time. What happened? You know, there's some Chinese people who really come to Africa to make videos, just exploiting kids, exploiting less privilege. I did a video not long ago about Chinese people taking exploiting, is it the Maasai group in somewhere in Ethiopia? And today, what I found on the internet was so disgusting, and I just can't keep this to myself. I just have to come in here, voice this out. I wish you can find these people. I wish the law works in Africa, but even if you talk about it, no one is going to do anything about it. Because I hate the fact that I do a video without no solution. People don't... Oh my goodness, this is just so sad. I'm really mad and sad at the same time.
我是黑鬼，自杀的，
You understand what these kids are saying? Oh shit, hey gwe. Direct translation for hey gwe means black monsters, and in another form I would say that it's what do you call the N word. So was she hey gwe. The next one they are saying is what? G Shandi. Low IQ. So you see, they wrote this on the blackboard for these African kids to read it. Washi Hegwe Di Shadi, which means I am a black monster or I'm an N-word with a low IQ. How on earth would you allow foreigners to come into your country to exploit your own people and at the same time insult the entire black people of this world. So mad, man. Just so mad. And when you talk about it, people don't even know. Like, I went to Zambia, I was so sad. Like, when I went to Zambia, the entire country is Chinese people. From their airport is built by China. When you get out of the airport, you will see that it's even a Chinese signboard. Everything is in Chinese. You enter the country, every billboard is in Chinese. Bank of China, everything is in Chinese. Chinese people everywhere. I was seeing Chinese restaurant. If you're from Zambia, deny what I'm saying, Lusaka. But these people don't respect you. But they are taking over the continent because people in power don't care about its people. They always care about what they are getting. I'm so mad. I didn't want to talk about this Africa-China relationship because people don't even understand. Every time they say win-win, what is win-win? Do you know what is win-win? So mad, man. Like, how can you allow people into your country to come and insult your own people? And you know, these people, they sell this kind of adverts in China. When you live in China, these videos go everywhere. You know, I mean, what even saddens me, I'm reading articles online, Chinese people are crying, oh, the world is racist to us because of coronavirus. Do you know how we feel when we're in China? You call us like poverty shrinking people. You call us, especially when Ebola broke out. Man, I was detained personally. I was detained in China for not, like, because I was coming from Ghana. And when these people come to Africa, we treat them like kings and queens. Like, sometimes I feel like the self-hate in Africa is even way too much, that you with a Chinese person, they'll arrest you and leave the Chinese person. It even happened to me when I came to South Africa. Like, you guys have been seeing that Chinese friend of mine. They thought I do drugs with a girl. But if I do drugs with a girl, why don't you go and arrest that girl? But police cars in South Africa were chasing me, came to arrest me, and left that girl. And later when they found out I don't have anything, they started telling me they are sorry. I'm going to do full video on that one. This is how we feel when you call us names, and now you people are crying racism, racism, racism. 21st century, people can do videos like this.
我是黑鬼，去杀敌，耶！
What's up? Malaga P.
What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? In my research, I found that video and I said that is a must share. Yeah, that's a must share. That's 4 years ago. Let me take you to a couple of days ago in Jamaica, Jamaica. I shouldn't be saying it like that now. Jamaica, Jamaica. Let's go there to the land of wood and water.
This is the herb that is like soap.
Yes.
Oh wow, I was told about it, this tree.
Cancer, it's good for migraine headache, it's good to regulate your blood,
Oh,
it's good for
wow.
many, many things. It kills the cancer cell. But it also spiritually remove any negativeness.
Oh.
Take
Yeah.
off my shoes.
Yeah.
I put my feet in?
Yeah. Anything you want. You
No,
feel free.
I just want you to talk.
Is it warm or cold?
It's cold, but yeah.
Wodemaya,
Yeah.
you see the work we are doing now. And I'm my simple way for honor you, you
Aww.
know, for sure. Because we long there, so I pray. See them connection, our ears we left us so like we don't belong to no one. And we know we're under bondage, but we have to just live with it, you know? So if we see you, take up our works like this. It looks simple. And some people then think it's just a blog thing, you know? And even if some of the bloggers then we just watch how you take up a phone and go through earth and answer enough of the situation them. They would have used them blogging page wiser.
Yeah.
As many people are using the blogging page to tear down each other. We see in this unity. And we see you as set an example. I don't know if they must just account your follower and how much money you are making instead of what you are doing. But continue now. Your ancestor bless you. Anywhere you walk, anywhere you go in the earth, I do this ancestor work to bring your people together. You don't have money, but you left out with the vibes and the people them see the intention. And ones we appreciate love it, I bless you and the ancestor. I bless you and favor you as you walk through our earth. And may I say a more abundant blessing. Anywhere you walk upon this earth, may Mother Earth favor you. And any man, woman, or child that walk upon this earth must pay respect and call you blessed within themselves if them realize what you're doing from this day forth and forevermore. Yes, man, for with the love of my heart, man, it's a pleasure to do this. Yes. And me no want to create no scene neither, but me no carry no towel, so come.
Where do I put my feet? Down?
Lift it up, gimme. Lift it up, gimme. Lift it up, gimme.
Lift it up and
Lift one, gimme.
Oh, okay.
You don't understand.
Oh my goodness.
You're using your hair?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Put him in slippers on and so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey!
Wow. Wow.
Can I? No, don't cry.
Continue. No matter how hard, and the ancestor bank hall is, who gonna clear your path all the while? They are all with you.
Thank you.
That's true love.
Give thanks. Continue to keep us strength and continue to walk with him.
Thank you.
He need your guidance, he need you to be there, yeah?
Wow. That made me so emotional. Oh my god. I feel like crying. Thank you.
Just short of words.
I feel like crying.
Short of words, but we won't give up anytime soon. That's what I want to say. Because, you know, there's so many people that are praying for you. There's so many people that are, you know, hoping that whatever you started, you're going to finish it. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, sir.
It has made me so emotional.
Tomorrow. I mean, how many likes for His Excellency, man?
2 million, guys. 2 million.
Whew. They love me out here in Jamaica, man. Like, everyone is asking me, hey, Wodemaya, are you leaving the country now? I'm like, you guys don't want me to leave? But I'm not leaving. It's just a short trip. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Traveling today?
Yeah, I'm traveling today.
Where you going now?
I'm going to Guyana.
Oh, you're going Guyana?
Yeah, just have a meet.
Stay here.
I love that.
I saw you in Trinidad, you know, and I'm watching you.
Yeah, I'm also going. I'll be in Trinidad too, from Guyana to Trinidad.
I know.
Are you from Trinidad or are you from
I'm
here?
living in Trinidad.
You're living in Trinidad?
Yeah.
Are you going to Trinidad now?
No.
Yo, brother, I'm watching every day.
Ah, thank you. Big up yourself, man. Thank you, man.
And I'm curious, so when you reach home, you will definitely want to educate yourself about your country.
Exactly.
Because when you come here, you get a good education about your own country.
Exactly.
He does YouTube, and I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV?
No.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Ghana, because my friends are from Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we come from Canada. So I was telling her that he does did the Ghana thing, and I get to watch it.
Thank you.
Ghana.
So he's in Jamaica. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. They love me out here, man. I even forgot what I was saying. What am I saying? I'm saying that I'm heading out of Jamaica today, but it's not going to be the last time because I'm alone. I was supposed to travel with the entire team, including my wife, but I got an emergency call to meet the president of Guyana. Hi. How are you?
Video all the time.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Trust me, I need to sit somewhere and talk because I don't think I'll complete my sentences if I keep filming. I feel like now I'll be able to. That's good. You need help? Alright, let me help you. No, it's alright. Alright. Good.
All right, guys. Is that it? Where did I put it? Okay, good. So I give you all a little bit of everything, of everything, of everything, of everything, of everything. Let's come back to the beginning of our discussion tonight with the questions that we asked and still are unanswered. Why was Wodemaya's visa initially denied? Did Prime Minister Gaston Browne undermine the authority and credibility of Antigua's immigration system? Was Prime Minister Gaston Browne's intervention an act of damage control in light of Antigua Airways scandal? And was it an act of pragmatism and opportunity to boost our tourism? Those are the questions that I have here. I'm looking on my notes to see that we've covered it all. We're still going to follow up on this email that we've sent. We're still going to ask questions so we can have an idea. I'm still going to continue to reach out to Wodemaya himself also. And to let you know that again, that his Facebook page says Wodemaya is a freelance African vlogger on a mission to change the narrative of Africa. All right, guys. I want to say it's time for us to wrap up tonight's show because I'm really, really tired. I do sincerely want to go and check on, our son and make sure that he's good. I know that daddy's there, but mommy is mommy. You know what I mean? I was watching a video today where a girl was speaking about, this is mommy moment. Give me half a second, I watched a video today where a girl was saying, she was talking and saying, newborn mothers, where you have newborns, you basically want them in your sight. If it's your first child, you want them in your sight. If it's the third or the second or the fifth, you just have them in another room. They just do whatever they want. So I know that he's my third, but he's like my first. So it's been so long. So I want him in my eyesight. I want to know that he's good. And like if I see a pimple, if I see something, I'm like, so I really want to thank everyone for your time, for your patience, for your efforts. Come on board, not just come on here on Saturday nights. And guys, I gotta tell you, two things quickly before I go. I'm gonna remember. I just noted. So come here when I say not just come on here and sit down, but to come and join me, come work behind the scenes, give me some assistance. I mean, I don't have all these tentacles, man. There's so much more that we can be doing together. There's so much more that we can be doing together. All right? Work with a sister. So we want to ask Antigua and Barbuda government to clean up the streets, fix the hospital. I'm still wearing my black in protest because I'm mourning the situation at the hospital. I'm mourning the situation at Sir Lester Bird Medical Center. I'm still in my black. Remember 2 Saturdays ago, our live that we did? Yes. And please, the historical sites, we need to be cleaning them up, prettying them up, get them sorted, and just get them displayed to the world, because again, tourism is our main industry and tourism is everybody's business. Now Tuesday, guys, before I go quickly, on Tuesday the 27th of February, the Privy Council will be handing down their judgment on the Barbuda case, the Barbuda Airport case with John Mussington and Jackie Frank, who took the government of Antigua and Barbuda and the DCA and the Antigua Airport authorities. They took them to court. It went through a few courts. It went all the way up to the Privy Council, and just last year it was at the Privy Council where we had the representatives from the government and the lawyers for Jackie and John. And that judgment will be heard on Tuesday, the 27th of February. And you can listen to it live for yourself. It's at 7 a.m. Antigua time. And if you're at 7 a.m. EST, so if you're in Antigua, it's 7 o'clock. If you're in the UK, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 11 o'clock. If once you're in the UK, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. You can log into the website. Let me just give you that website quickly, just for safe, giving. If you got a pen, you can take a note right now. Where am I? Where is it? Because I posted it a lot on the page. So just to see the website quickly would be, really quick. So let me see quickly if I pull up the website for you. Yes. So the website is jcpc.uk. jcpc.uk. So make a note of that. And at 7 o'clock, you can watch it live. See and hear the landmark. This is a landmark case. So to hear this, definitely it's a big deal. It's life changing, not life changing. It's when I say it's landmark and changing in the sense of other residents bringing their cases and concerns to the courts and land and laws and all of that. So it's going to be happening on Tuesday. I wanted to let you know that. And that same Tuesday night, I'm going to be doing a live right here. That's the plan. That's the plan. Bring an exclusive to you right here on the platform here, Phoenix Free Press, having a good in-depth discussion on the judgment. Whatever that judgment is, we're going to be speaking about it, delving deep into the things. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time, for your love, for your patience, for your support, for your understanding, and everything that we do together. Stay blessed, stay focused, and stay prayed up. We're logging out. Stay blessed. Good night.